Hello, the following video is a review on Comma.ai, an Openpilot Level 2 autonomous driving device in which you attach to your vehicle. To give a bit of a backstory, recently I've taken a strong interest in learning how to code Python. And in my pursuit of learning Python, that has brought me down wonderful wormholes and educated me on artificial intelligence, computer engineering, OpenAI, and GPT-3. All technologies that I believe will incrementally change the world around us and how we interact with the world. Specifically speaking of Comma.ai, I was first privy of this through the Lex Fridman podcast. And Lex Fridman, I'm a huge fan of your work and in your interviews. And there's one interview specifically in which he interviewed George Hotz, which is the CEO of Comma.ai. George Hotz, some people may know him as one of the original hackers of the iPhone. He also is one of the minds that aided Elon in their pursuit of autonomous driving. So, not to get too far into the weeds, we're gonna check out Comma, and we're gonna see how quickly I can attach this to my car, and I'm gonna review this all the way through. I'm one person who does a lot of driving for my day-to-day. I would say on a day, I could drive maybe 200, 100 miles, easy, right? So what the Comma.ai device does, it takes the technology that's already in your vehicle, especially some of the newer vehicles that have LiDAR technology and sensing, right, of direction, especially when it comes to like lane assist. If your car has lane assist within it, it may be compatible with the Comma.ai system. I would go on the Comma site. They have vehicles. They have a search engine in which you'll know whether or not your vehicle will be compatible with it. So what Comma.ai does is that it takes the technology that's already within your car, such as lane assist, and instead of your car being reactive, and where if you veer off of lane, it kind of shifts you back in lane and may beep off to make sure that you're still coherent and you can grab the wheel. So instead of being reactive, the car now is being proactive. So the technology helps keep the car in lane and also uses the LiDAR technology that senses vehicles around it in order to do things such as lane shift. I think a technology like this will better aid the general population, especially if you want autonomous driving now but can't necessarily afford a brand new Tesla. If you have one of the newer vehicles, I would look into this. So this is my Comma.ai device attached to the Toyota Highlander 2019. My hands are not on the wheel whatsoever, but I make sure to keep my eyes on the road here. I would say that, honestly, the Comma.ai device, let's just speed up a little bit. The Comma.ai device, it keeps me in lane. It proactively keeps me in lane and does a great job at lane keeping. I haven't had any issues whatsoever. For the most part, I want to say 99% of the time, I've been using this for 3 days so far, because consistently, it keeps me in lane without any issues. There was one time where it veered me off in the exit, but it's a good thing that they have the driver monitoring on the Comma.ai device, because that makes sure that your eyes are on the road at all times, and it's important to keep your eyes on the road. It even has indicators for you to do so. If I had my eyes off the road, it would beep and tell me to keep my eyes on the road. So that works extremely well. I would say with my device here, there's a little bit of a difference, and so now the car in front of me is braking, so now I'm gradually braking as well. So as you can see, it does brake for you and it slowed down my speed. My max set speed is 73. That's what I set it on for cruise control, and I'm currently doing 60, looks like 62 maybe. To keep distance between me and the car in front of me, there's probably about maybe a 30 feet difference between both of us. Yeah, and I like the device. I'm a huge fan of George Hotz. I like the device. I had to have it. I just had to have it for my commute. I couldn't imagine commuting without it. Now that I do have it. And I would say there's a slight difference between the miles per hour it says I'm doing and what my car says I'm currently doing. So here it looks like I'm doing 61, 62. Okay. We just spoke and it kind of linked up, I guess. But yeah, it's perfect. I think if your car has the capability to be programmed with this device, and your car can lane keep, it has this cruise control settings that it may have LiDAR technology within it, I would definitely invest into it. It does cost $1,000, but it's worthwhile. Like, if my car cost an extra $1,000 to have it with it, I'll definitely pay for it. That's how I looked at it. It pays for itself. I don't feel as fatigued during my drives to my destination, and for my line of work, I definitely need to have as much energy as possible for me to do my job. And when I come home as well too, I don't feel as fatigued. Like, last night was the first time I drove home using the Comma.ai device. Well, I drove home for a while. I had the Comma.ai device attached to my vehicle during my rides, and I didn't feel fatigued going home. Right? Normally, I gotta recharge. I gotta take a nap because just lane keeping manually is so taxing. 90% of driving is honestly just keeping straight. So if you can have your vehicle do this for you, look, the guy in front of me is out of. He's like touching the lines. I'm not at all on the lines. I mean, I can tell he doesn't have a Comma.ai device there, but it becomes a little dangerous sometimes. When you're drifting out of lane, when you're fatigued, and the Comma.ai device is keeping lane for me and keeping distance between this car and the other car in front of me. I can also as well too shift. So by putting my indicator on, Comma.ai device now says the same thing. I just nudge the wheel a bit, and I'm now in the other lane. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted. I'm speeding up a bit because my max speed is set on cruise control to 73, so there's no car in front of me, so it's going to increase the speed to my max setting. Yeah. Well, this is it for my video, guys. I'm rating the Comma.ai device. I'll give it honestly a 10. I'll give it a 10. This is great. This is great. I've been telling my friends about it. I've been raving about it as well too, and it actually made me want to create a video. I'm one person, I don't use my YouTube as often, but I thought to myself, hey, if I'm gonna do a review on anything, I'm gonna do a review on this. I started, like I said in the beginning of my video, I started learning how to code, and through that journey that has brought me to George Haas and what he's doing over at Comma, yo, like, these guys, I mean, what they're working on is amazing. I can't wait for them to go public one day, and for me to be a part of that, because I 100% support what they're doing. It has brought convenience to my life, and that's what we all look for. If the end goal is to make things better, then we need to continuously pursue it. All right, guys, I'm tuning out. Drive safe. Keep your eyes on the road. See ya.